way that Dad shows us that he loves us is by helping us when we are in a bind.
Dad shows his love by being helpful. He's one of the most helpful men I've ever met in my life.
Whenever I need something, whenever I need to go put a blanket over my windshield, or whenever I need a picture hung up, or the toilet's broken, he always comes and helps, and he always serves.
He has supported me when I've been anxious with the car. Even though he didn't agree with everything that I wanted to do, he still did it. And he did not complain, which I thought was just incredible for a father-in-law to do.
And he always just looks outside himself and looks for ways to serve. Even if it's in the neighborhood and someone needs a blessing at 10:30 at night, he's always there, gets dressed in his church clothes and doesn't complain about it. And he's always willing to serve, always willing to help people fix our computers, and use his talents to bless others.
A couple Christmas Eves ago, I got a text from one of my old companions at like 9 o'clock saying that she and her husband were going to be flying into Salt Lake at 11 p.m. And she wanted to know if I could pick them up and take them to Pleasant Grove. This is on Christmas Eve. It was really snowy, but Dad said he would go with me, and so we went. The roads were really bad, and it was super snowy and slippery, and cars were all over, but we picked up my companion and we took her to her car in Pleasant Grove, and we didn't get home till almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Dad really helped me out and helped out my companion. And he does that all the time with pretty much everyone. Dad's always willing to help people, and I think that's a really good quality, and it's one way that he shows us that he loves us.
All right. So I remember just before school started this year, I was down in Payson for Onion Days and such, and I was helping Dad set up the booth for the family history thing that the stake was doing. And he had to go off and do something, like get a plug, I can't remember exactly what. And it was while he's gone and I'm still like kind of manning the booth for a moment, some woman walks up and asks me what this is all about. And she reveals that she was not from around here and she was kind of new to the whole LDS culture and such. And so for like about, 10 minutes, it was me and her talking, and I'm like giving her insight into what we're all about. And then eventually Dad comes back and is able to help pick up the conversation from there. And so she says, "Thank you very much for helping me out and give me some footing here. Thank you very much." And then she left. And then as me and Dad are leaving, he turns to me and he says, "Well, it looks like you don't need a missionary tag after all." And that really meant a lot to me, because while Mom and Dad have never been like, all disappointed that I wasn't able to go on a mission, it really meant a lot for my dad to tell me that he still thought that I was doing the right thing, and that meant a lot to me.
One way that Dad shows that he loves you and loves other people is by looking for the best in people and seeing their potential.
I know that Dad loves me because of the way that he always lets me rant to him and talk to him, and he just listens. And then when we're done talking, he always makes sure that I know that he has confidence in me. And even when I feel inadequate, that he makes me remember that I can do hard things and that I can pass my calculus test and I can do well in this project. And he is such a good listener and always makes sure that I feel loved when we talk.
I appreciate how open he is with his office too, how we can just come in and visit him at any time. Also, I know he loves me because he's like adopted the idea of the KF. And I think that's just very fun and creates a special bond.
One of the ways that I know that Dad loves me is a story from when I was 16. I was driving and I hit another car on his birthday, and it was awful. Even though I wasn't going fast, I ripped off the bumper of the other car because it got hooked onto the license plate. It was just really horrifying, and I was on a date. It was his dad's birthday, and I knew that I had to call. And so I did, and he and Mom came over, and I was just really nervous because I had wrecked their car. And Dad was just really calm. And he kept just telling me, it's okay. We're just glad that you're safe. Accidents happen. And you're safe, and that's what matters. And he was just really calm about it. And from that, I learned that I could come to you with anything. If I made a mistake or if I was in trouble, I knew that I was always safe coming to you.
One of the main ways that I feel love from Kevin is from how we kind of have like these bonding things we do. Like, for example, last Christmas, we watched The Bridge Over the River Kwai, which was a movie that I've always wanted to see, and we just like, we were the main ones watching it, and it was just really like fun to be able to like share this kind of like guys movie with Kevin. And then also Kevin is always including me on the different projects that have to be done around the house, whether it's fixing the washing machine or other things like that. Like I feel like Kevin makes time that we have, like time to interact and time, you know, it's not just that I relate to him just through Cassidy, but it's, you know, there's this kind of one-on-one time where I get to like have an interactive experience just with him. And so it's nice because it feels like, you know, throughout the rest of the family, it feels like, you know, I have standing relationships with everyone and not just through Cassidy. And so I've always felt included that way. I've always felt loved that way. And it's just been a way to know that I belong in the Miller clan.
Merry Christmas, Dad. I love you.
Thank you, Kevin, so much. Merry Christmas. I love you, and thanks for everything you do.
Love you, Dad. Thanks for always helping me out, being an adult and such. Merry Christmas. Thanks for everything.
Merry Christmas, Dad. We love you.
Merry Christmas. I love you, Dad.
Merry Christmas, Dad. I love you. And I hope you enjoy your video.
That's what I got.